What's up, guys? On today's episode of me playing with fans, I put a light kit on my Gulf Coast Mini Breeze. Now, I already have done a demonstration video of that fan, but I figured it would be fair to do one with the light kit as well. Totally not just because I need content. Yeah, originally I was planning on putting a light kit on the Riviera, but I decided that I actually kind of like it without a light kit. So, as sort of a compromise to myself, I realized that I could totally put a light kit on this one. There's nothing stopping me. So I did that, and I figured a Schoolhouse globe would look nice, and I was correct. So let's look at the fan in further detail. Get on top of my bed. This is right above my bed. Starting at the canopy, you can see it's a pretty standard shape. It does not have a canopy screw ring cover. You do get a coupling cover on this fan though, so if you're interested in that. Top vents are existent, there's like stickers and stuff. The finish that I've chosen for this fan is the satin steel with reversible black as shown on the bottom. The blades are listed as satin steel, but I prefer to just call it a shiny gray because the blades are made of wood, as most blades are. And then the Schoolhouse Globe light kit, that is new since the last video. Also, if you haven't seen the last video, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to. This video will go over everything that was in that video, and more, because there's an extra light kit. You can see, speaking of the light kit, you can see this is slightly different from this. They don't have a satin steel fitter for this, but they did have a brushed nickel one, which, if you're looking at it from a distance, which let's do, it is close enough to where it's really not going to bother you, and especially when the light kit's on and the light's just shining. Why did like a flash of light happen? But when the light, it might be, I think my camera might just be glitching, I can't tell. But if the light is on, especially and the light's just shining off the steel and nickel, you really can't tell that there's a difference from a distance if you're looking at it from a distance like a normal person. And of course, Schoolhouse Globe, glass noise. Pull chains are factory, except I did add an extension from here to here to make them about even in length. I don't know, I'm too lazy to cut the non-factory extension, so it's just gonna kind of be a little bit lower on the fan side. Light side is untouched. Yes, it is untouched. This focus. Thank you. This is actually what came with this. I should also mention I bought both of these from Dan's Fan City. Well, actually I didn't buy the fan itself, that was a Christmas gift. But I did buy the light kit from the Dan's Fan City web store, because I like to go for them for fan stuff first, because I want to make sure that they stay in business, because their store is nice and I like it there. So yeah, and also pull chain fob is like a little bit of this sort of wood thing, also factory. So let's look at it with the light on. Let's look at it from afar. Got a little bit of pull chain swing. Inside is like, what I want to say, like a 250 lumen warmer white Edison bulb. It's just, I knew that those bulbs were a little dimmer because we have a few of those, so I just put one of those in. And I actually quite like the light it gives off. I don't really need anything too bright. So yeah. This light kit does not come with any bulbs, so you will have to supply your own. But I think that's fine. Whatever bulb it came with, I probably would have switched out for this anyway, because bulbs that come with fans are meant to actually be bright and give off sufficient light. Shocking, I know. I was gonna do something up here, I guess. Closer look. Oh, I remember. In a lot of Schoolhouse Globe kits, this part is sort of angled like sticking up, but on this light kit, it's just doing sideways, which I actually really like. I appreciate that design aspect. I think that's really cool. So, let's turn off the light, and we'll go to low speed. We'll make sure it's in place. And look at it from afar. I did slightly modify some wiring to try and get like a tiny bit lower speed than factory. It wasn't too effective. I think it was a little effective, and I think it also slows down the medium a bit. So these are not completely factory speeds. They're pretty close though. You can see we're spinning along. It takes a little, well, I think it's about up to speed now actually. I turned off the Riviera so that my airflow reports would be based solely off of what this fan is capable of. So I don't have that as like a reference match like I normally would. Speaking of airflow, I'm pretty close to it right now. I do feel a very light breeze. I did modify this fan to slow it down, and also this fan is ridiculously small and meant for small spaces. Plus there's a light kit like slightly blocking. So the airflow, I mean, it's not gonna be enough to fill an entire normal sized room. But it's not meant for normal sized rooms. If you have a small room, like this is meant to go in, you'll be fine. So yeah, that's, yeah, I can get a decent breeze from there, so let's put it to medium. We're now going to medium. Just push it back, make sure it's just hanging down. Medium speed is also, I think, a little slower than factory, because I fiddled around with some wiring. You can hear a slight wind noise, though. And from the edge of my bed, I can feel a tiny bit of breeze, which, I mean, this is farther away from it than you would be in a situation where you would actually install this. Like, your room would not be big enough for you to be this far away from it. If we go, like, down to about here, yeah, you get a breeze. So for its size, this thing's pretty capable. I do have to emphasize for its size, though, because the thing is very small. So, I mean, you're not going to be getting, like, industrial levels of airflow or anything. But you are going to get enough to lay in your bed. And, ooh, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get a nice breeze when I'm in my bed. This is about where my head normally rests. You can see it's not directly centered. But I'm getting a breeze. Now, this is on medium. But no one cares about medium speed. So, we're going to go to high. I also have a wind chime here, so you might be able to hear that once we get up to high speed. Sometimes the wind chime dings. Doesn't seem to want to today. From a distance, it looks like I've just put it on, like, medium reverse. No, it's high downdraft. And this is what I normally sleep with it on. So if I put my pillow back to, like, normal. Oh yeah. My head's actually farther back than it normally would be. And my face is getting a nice breeze. As well as my body. I can't aim a camera very well. So yeah, let's also do, okay, now I still need to be slightly up here in order to reach it. Let's do high with our light kit, because that's fun. And yeah, you can kind of see on camera, like, you really can't tell that there's different finishes. Getting a little bit of outside wind noise, because the weather is pretty terrible in Florida today, so Spindown. Let's do a Spindown. Let's lay on the bed and watch our little fan spin down. It's a very pretty fan to look at. Pull chains are wiggling from me pulling them. The crystal pull chain from the light is really pretty from this angle. With all the light sort of going inside of it and making all sorts of colors. So pretty. I love my fans. And spin down. All spun down. And now, let's just turn the light on. 0 to high. No trouble starting up, as always. And also, for those unfamiliar with the setup, I do have it hooked into a smart plug down there. The fan and light are not hooked up to separate plugs, as you can see. So, when I'm sleeping at night, I just have to manually pull the chain. But it's fine, because I'm already pulling the fan's chain to switch speeds anyway, so it's just one extra tug. And you know what, let's have a little fun. Let's get the Riviera going on high. Okay. High speed there. And high speed there. Yep, there's the noises. Oh, the noises we all know and love. Surprisingly not much wind chime noise. Oh no, I just heard like the most faint noise that probably didn't even get caught on camera. Oh no, I'm hearing sounds. Okay. Wind chime's very faintly dinging. Sometimes it dings at night. Oh, yeah, no, it's going now. I can feel the breeze ramping up in the corner of my room. And then directly underneath is just wild. The wind chime. The wind chime's going. Yeah, you can probably hear it. It's going very faintly, but it is going. Yeah. So now, let's set these back to their normal speeds that I run them at. I set the wall control to medium because the Riviera's low speed's a bit too fast. So yeah, that is today's episode of my fan non-sensory. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. And yeah, enjoy your fans in your own houses. I feel like I had an intro for this channel. I just totally forgot it. Goodbye.